In the dark void of space, a massive alien fleet hovered above Earth. The Incaari, a highly advanced race, known for their brutal conquest of lesser species, were on the verge of what they assumed would be their easiest victory. They had already crushed hundreds of civilizations across the galaxy with minimal resistance, and Earth, a primitive planet with little to no spacefaring technology, seemed like nothing more than a stepping stone. The Incaari's leader, High Commander Varro, stood at the helm of the flagship, his sharp, angular features illuminated by the soft glow of star maps and holographic projections. His people were known for their superior intellect, their biological superiority, and their unparalleled military tactics. They had no reason to believe that Earth would be any different from the others they had conquered. It would be quick, simple, and without much challenge. The first wave of the invasion struck early in the morning. Ships descended from the heavens, their sleek, metallic forms casting long shadows over the cities below. Within moments, the first blasts rained down, turning the world's most iconic landmarks into rubble. The Incaari had already anticipated human resistance. There would be some, they knew. But it would be meaningless. The humans fought back, of course. Tanks rolled into position, fighter jets scrambled to intercept, and soldiers on the ground fired whatever weapons they could. But to the Incaari, this was nothing more than a nuisance. Their shields were impenetrable, their weapons far more advanced. They wiped out every last human attempt to fight back with ease. It was just as they had expected. But there was one thing they hadn't counted on. They hadn't counted on human tenacity. As the days passed, Varro and his commanders began to notice something strange. Despite their overwhelming technological advantage, the humans were not retreating, not surrendering. The resistance seemed different. It was more organized than they had anticipated, more ferocious. They were no longer just using tanks and guns. They adapted. Humans started to employ guerrilla tactics, striking at night, sabotaging their supply lines, hitting where it hurt. Commander Rika, one of Varro's most trusted officers, was baffled. "High Commander, the human resistance is unlike anything we've encountered before. They're resourceful. It's as if they're learning from every mistake." Varro's eyes narrowed as he gazed at the unfolding chaos. His fleet had only suffered minor losses, but it was the principle of the matter. The Incaari never lost. It was a matter of pride. "Send in the hunter drones," Varro ordered. "Let's end this." The hunter drones were the Incaari's deadliest weapons, silent, fast, and capable of infiltrating even the most secure human defenses. But the humans were prepared. They had predicted this move. The hunter drones began to fall one by one as human soldiers used advanced EMP technology, disabling the drones before they could cause significant damage. Varro's frustration grew. What is this? How are they so unpredictable? It wasn't long before the humans launched their counterattack. The Incaari fleet had expected Earth's remaining military forces to scatter and hide. Instead, a coalition of countries, united by the gravity of the threat, came together. They launched a massive strike against the Incaari's main base on the moon. As the human ships entered the battle zone, the Incaari fleet opened fire. But instead of retreating or surrendering, the humans fought with a rage that seemed to surprise even themselves. Their ships, once fragile and outmatched, now flew with precision, taking down Incaari warships one by one. Human ingenuity, it seemed, had found a way to rival the superior alien tech. Commander Rika stood beside Varro, watching in disbelief as their fleet was slowly pushed back. This shouldn't be possible," she whispered. "We should have crushed them by now." Varro clenched his fists. The Incaari had never faced such a challenge. Every alien battle tactic they had mastered was being undone, not by superior technology, but by the raw, unrelenting will of humanity. The humans were using every weapon at their disposal, nuclear, chemical, biological. They had no fear of retaliation. They had nothing left to lose. The High Commander's mind raced. They fight as if they've been backed into a corner. They're desperate. It's survival. And that was the key, wasn't it? The humans fought not for conquest, not for glory. They fought because they had to. Their survival was on the line. There was no escape, no fallback. This was their home, and they would defend it to the last breath. The final blow came when a coalition of human warships managed to slip past the Incaari defenses and deliver a devastating strike to their flagship. Varro had underestimated the humans' ability to exploit a weakness in their technological defenses. The flagship, once untouchable, was now crippled. Varro stood, watching as his ship slowly began to disintegrate, his command center shaking under the assault. What are they? He muttered under his breath. They are humans, Commander Rika replied, voice shaking. And they do not give up. It was over. The Incaari, despite their superior technology and strategy, had been defeated. Earth, against all odds, had emerged victorious. As the Incaari fleet retreated into the depths of space, Varro was left to contemplate his failure. He had believed that humanity would be easy to conquer, just another civilization to add to their growing list. But they had been wrong. So very wrong. The humans had taught them a lesson that even the mightiest of alien races would never forget, never underestimate the will to survive. And from that day forward, the Incaari would never again see Earth as an easy target. They would remember the humans, and the day they learned the true meaning of resistance. The day they learned that fighting humans was never easy.